Hey guys, welcome back. John Megacycle here, broadcasting on Twitch and recording for YouTube for later purposes. Releasing the video, duh, that's the purpose. Playing Utopia, Creation of a Nation. I'm playing on Gamma Lucra, which is the last scenario in the Super Nintendo version of this game. I believe this game also came out on the Amiga, and I think there was an expansion for it. I could be completely wrong about that. But that's the understanding I'm in. Or maybe there was supposed to be an expansion and there never was. Maybe that was more the reality of the matter. But either way, we're on Gamma Lucra, and we know our foes are in the east, so I'm trying to slowly expand in that direction. See if we get some turrets up and see if we can find some resources. I don't have enough money. Okay, so that means I'm within range of the flux pod. It's easier this way just to hunt and peck and see if we can find the spot. But the error messages work like this. You'll get yelled at first about the flux pod, and then you'll get yelled at about money. So I'm trying to just show that before... Oh, the month ended. Is this the corner? Nope. I want to expand as much as I can, so I apologize if this is annoying. There we go. There's the corner. I don't want a ton of overlap with my flux pods if I can at all manage. So there's the radar that goes with it. Let's bump up our research. Even stuff like pollution control is pretty important. Oh, buy ore at 1? Yes! Thank you! I'm tempted to build an arms lab and start churning out weapons. That actually gives us our capability to build tanks, which is very important. Tanks are a lot like everything else. They take a long time to ramp up, and I mean with good reason. It's the same purpose, or the same rationale. You have to hire a crew, you have to train them in how to use the tools, you have to make sure that they can produce, and then as you get more people, they produce faster. So let's see here. I know I already traded. Workshop 29, 20, 30. Those are all good. Those are starting to fill in nice. Let's talk to our advisor real quick here. Ayo! Food and power. That's the next projects. Residential, we're going to be fine for a few more months. The two guys that I really talk to are the colony advisor and the psychologist, because they're the most important for early on development, in my opinion. They're the ones we're going to need to make sure that our population growth is in check, that we have enough resources to feed everybody. Those are the things that are important. So we're going to slap down a power plant. We're also going to build, I'd say, 2 more hydroponics, and then we're going to build more turrets, and then probably more manufacture, that sort of a thing. It's a slow ramp up for everything. You're going to hear me say that a bunch. And I'll apologize in advance. Like right now. I'm sorry. There we go. There's your apology. Power plant. We're only eating about $500 out of our grants every... Yes! Sell food! Yes, I'm not worried about pumping that up too much. Sell tech. Good. Our workshops. Buy ore. Holy crap, yes. We are stockpiling that. How much is it for arms factories? Oh, nope. 6,000! Ugh! We're gonna wait on that until I have an actual ore income. Until I actually have a supply of this stuff. Otherwise, I'm not gonna bank too much cash on it. Let's build some hydroponics. 3 is good. 3 is what we can afford, so 3 is good. And again, a few more living quarters. Oh, I'm right next to the power plants. Whoops. Okay. I need to be a little bit more mindful of that. The problem is now I'm kind of exiling this side of the map because I'm filling that side with power plants, but that's okay. Let's see. Let's get another gander at our psych advisor. Okay. Good density. It's fine. I just built a few more hydroponics. I built another power plant. Who else do I think you two are the only 2 I really care about right now. I leave the growth, the population growth on high for a good chunk of the game, maybe the first 3 years. And for several reasons, the most important one's that tax base. The more money I can pull out of the people, granted we're now at an outrageous 20% taxes, but the thing is, this money early on is way more important than late game money, because this is what's allowing me to build up my infrastructure. So we can easily get 4 more residential complexes here, and 4, And then, oh yeah, let's bump this up. I don't want that to ever hit 0. I don't know if the logic of the game... No, I'm not selling ore at 1. Are you high? I don't know if the game logic is the scientists are at a certain pace and they're doing well and they're keeping up real nice, and then all of a sudden, poof, they stop working and then they have to reset the research. Like, I don't know if that's how that works. Like, think of it like if you're doing animal research. Oh, we're attacked. We're getting attacked. These guys are attacking far earlier than the other scenarios. That's okay. We're going to build up a little more residential and a workshop and a security, and then we're going to go right back to turrets. What was I saying? Oh, so the way I kind of logically think this through is like, what if you're doing research on animals? Let's say you're keeping them alive, you're feeding them, you're taking care of them or whatever. And then one day the research dollars are 0. You can't buy animal food. Like, what if you need them to be alive and testing? Like, let's say you're trying to build a prosthetic or something, or test brain research, or who cares? Like, whatever. And the problem is if the research dollars go 0, you can't feed the animals, so the animals will die. And then you have to start the research all over. Like, that's kind of how I figure it. That could be a really wrong assumption or whatever, but that's why I like to keep, even if it's just a little money, I like to make sure there's money. So this is going to be enough for a workshop and security. And then that's going to be it for another residential project. The even bigger problem is I don't want to dump all my cash into infrastructure all the time. We need to still keep building turrets and such. I could sell it at 2, which would double our cash, but that's not the rate of return I'm looking for here. I'm looking for hand over fist rate of return. Okay, let's see. Do we get a view of where they're coming from? Not yet. We're going to build about 3 or 4 more turrets on our inside. This area right here is looking kind of tender. Temporary fault in the computers has caused a halt in trading. Well, thank God I got that out of the way this month. It takes either... that always happens in the middle of the month, from my experience, or darn near. Oh, we're under attack. Is that them? Enemy ships. They're already bringing in aircraft. Holy crap. Okay, I guess I blew it up. I don't really know what happened there. What was I just saying? Oh, the fault in computer trading event... Oh, wreckage. So they took out my radar down here. So I keep getting disjointed. First of all, the fault in trading computer happens usually in the middle of the month from my experience, and it takes anywhere from 15 to 30 days to fix. It'll either be fixed at the beginning of this next month or in the middle of it. I've had it happen both ways. Okay, there's my radar back. Now we're going to start backfilling with turrets. Yes, that has to get bumped up, please. Always want to leave some money in the... Oh, right. You remember that thing I was trying to explain? I forgot I was explaining it. Now, I like to build these turrets in almost a checkerboard pattern. But we don't have the cash, nor the time, nor the luxury to do that. So we're going to keep like maybe 3 spaces. We're going to keep like a loose net kind of a thing. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3 spaces in between. We're going to get a couple turrets over here, considering I think that missile came from the southeast. And that was just a missile. That wasn't even like a spaceship, I don't think. The missiles in this game work as you build the missile facility, the missile silo. There we go, thanks. And then what happens is, the only thing you get is, I found a target. Do you want me to shoot at it? And then you say, yes, please shoot at it. And that's it. The missile just launches and that's all you see of it. It's a one-time use thing. So there's nothing really great about it. And they're pretty expensive, but they work. I mean, they work as artillery if you're trying to stop a tank army coming at you. And I know these turrets aren't going to be the end of the line for them. Hey, your scientists have found a way to... I wasn't done reading that! I know what it says, but anyway, for your benefit, I wanted to at least have it out. It's effectively your scientists have figured a way to destroy hazardous waste. Please keep up your funding, is effectively what it says. I don't want to buy tech. I really need you guys to start getting really tech hungry. I need you guys to be thirsty for tech. Okay. That new radar is, I don't think, built yet. Oh, it is. Okay, cool. We have some scaffolding already. No ore deposits, just nothing. I was hoping my early expansion was going to really pay off. You know what they say, fate favors the prepared, or however that phrase actually works. But either way, I wanted to make sure that if there's any way we could get some quick resources early on, a mine, a chemical plant, those are all really good things to find early on and in good quantity. This yellow stuff here is space moss. The only thing it's going to help us do is produce oxygen later on, so not that big of a deal. Good, good, happy on everything. What do you have here? That population density, I need that around the 80s, and then I'm going to crank it down to low. There'll still be reproduction even on low, but the bigger point is I can't support, like I said, that heavy of an infrastructure. If I've got to throw down another 14 residential complexes and then 3 security and then 4 workshops, and again, good tax base, but I don't think for longevity that's a good plan, at least starting off. Okay, more money. Let's bump you boys up one. Food and tech, that's what we're sitting on right now. Now I could sell this ore at 5, which I think I will. I don't have enough money to really slap together a new facility like an arms plant or anything. Oh, did I just see something? Nope. Okay. I thought I saw a tank of some sort. Hey, cool. Compressed fuel tank. These tanks hold fuel under pressure, providing a greater storage capacity. Fantastic. That's actually a really good one to find early on. Considering if you start building a bunch of those facilities, a bunch of fuel storage facilities, the big issue is that they don't upgrade. You just have to have them, and then if you want to upgrade your older facilities, you have to go ahead and destroy the old ones and build new ones. So that's a pain in the butt. So I like to wait until we have that tech. Aside from that, it's still kind of a waiting game here. I'm still really delighted our quality of life is still at 37%, considering the match started, or the scenario starts at 50, and the even bigger thing is we put an exorbitant tax rate. We're still on the maximum tax rate. We're still sitting on 20%. It's a necessary evil, and I feel really bad about it, but this is how most great empires rise, am I right? You start with humble beginnings, tough to start, scraping by, getting through, and then when we are prosperous, I'll crank that tax all the way down to 0%. We'll set up sports arenas. It'll be great. Just trust me. Oh yes, trade income. Also, as our trade income becomes much more predominant in our income pool, I'm going to have to rely on taxes, I'm going to have to rely on taxes much less. Now, as I mentioned before, let's build some redundancy. Where the crap did I just go? Okay, very good. Here we are. Now that I have this outside area pretty isolated, we're going to start filling in all of our hazardous structures out here, reinforced with some power plants. Hey guys from Twitch, welcome. I'll have to thank Spectral later for sending me some followers. That's excellent. Thank you for joining. We're playing Utopia, Creation of a Nation. This is an old throwback Super Nintendo game that I used to play the crap out of and really got me hooked on real-time strategy. Granted, the graphics aren't really flashy, but really, in my opinion, you love a game for the gameplay, you don't love it for the graphics. At least that's my opinion. And this one definitely stood the test of time. So I'm really happy with this one, and I'm happy to share it with you guys. So welcome again. So what else? Oh yeah, we're going to get some turrets out here. And like I said, I'm trying to build out a power district out here. These power plants are very polluting, and I don't want them near my residential. And I'm building them far enough away that if I get meteor striked, the benefit there is I have some redundancy because we're building this all the way out here. So let's bump up our grants a little bit. Yes, sell food. Heck yes. Now, one thing that we started this game with that I kind of abandoned is our spy grant. Let's dump a few in there, because that still saves me enough for another turret. And let's see if we can get back in touch with our spies. They're going to be really important, giving us heads ups on when we're going to get attacked and such. Frickin' yes! Ladies and gentlemen, fantastic new invention! The fuel detector. This device can scan the entire planet for deposits of fuel. That's exactly what I was waiting for. Hallelujah. Okay. Let's dump another turret there. Let's see. Where is the fuel? Where's the fuel at? Okay, see all these cute little colorful blocks? This is my base. See all the purple? That's where all the fuel's at. Ugh, God, I was close. I was kind of close. I was very close. I don't know why I didn't see that before, but that's okay. So, there's no fuel out here, so there's really no need to expand this way much further. This is pretty close. We're gonna go here. Again, since it takes a while to get our industry revved up, that's absolutely what I want to do. We're gonna figure out how far we can build this flux pod. Where's... the corner, I think, is right here. Okay, so when, like I said, the error messages stack up, so we'll get the, you have to build within 12 squares of a flux pod before we get the you don't have enough money. So even though I can't build the facility, I can tell this is the corner. See? So there's the can't build because of flux pod, can't build because of flux pod, no money. So again, that's how you tell the corner, and then we can just go this way a little bit more. Okay, I know the fuel's right here, so I don't want to build on top of that. But... Okay. So I want that flux pod right here, and another radar, and chemical, and everything. Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have an economy. Yay! I like economy! So far, we spelled economy E-K-O-M-O-N-E-Y. M-O-N-E-Y. Economy. But now, I actually can build stuff. Okay. I need to wait for that flux pod to finish anyway. Yeah, tech and food, we're going to be selling off like banshees. But fuel gives us another edge in the game, so I'm happy with that. Let's check our advisors real quick before I get all econ hungry. I need another power plant. I already built 2 down in the south, so I'm not worried about that. I need more food and air soon, and holy crap, population density at 84. Now see, this is the time where you have to decide, do you build more infrastructure to house more people, or do we branch off and build an economy? Like the chemical plants that I want to build. My answer, personally, right now, economy. So we have our new fancy compressed fuel tanks. We're going to chuck down 2 of these bad boys. Bink. And I want them far enough away from each other. Bink. Nothing is worse. I'll take that back later. But almost nothing is worse if you lose your entire fuel economy because you built them all in one spot and it got bombarded, either by an asteroid or your enemy or whatever. Okay. This is our 3rd tech report from the aliens. Tech level 1, I kind of doubt that, but that's okay. This is what we can tell you about the aliens. The situation is extremely serious! The aliens discovered our Lucretians. Lucretians. Our most feared intergalactic enemies already colonizing the planet. There is no doubt our lives are in great danger. So this is what I was saying before, because I already knew the scenario, but that's okay. Adds a little spice. And that already cost me another $3,000. It's a little irritating. Oh yeah, I didn't freaking trade because I didn't have anything to freaking trade with. That's fine. What am I doing? Chemical plant. 8,200. Ugh. So expensive. It's okay. I'm going to get 2 or 3 of these bad boys online. We'll be able to get our fuel economy going. I don't need a ton. I don't need a ton of these things. 2 or 3 is going to be enough to get us really rolling. Gives us another income port. Income commodity. I don't know what I was trying to say. It doesn't matter. It's the end of the month. Johnny got paid. Johnny got paid. Yes, thank you. Holy crap. Sell the food. Cool. There's my 3 chemical plants right there. And even if the cost is 4 and we're selling it, it's still, like I said, it's another product we can get out the door. That's what's important. So I built 3 plants. Let's take a look at the map and see how that covers. I wasn't really paying attention. Okay, so we switch there, we switch back, it's complete purple, and by doing this a couple of times, we can see exactly what territory we have. Okay, so I'm going to build, let's say 2 more, and then some turrets, and then that's going to take care of that, and then I can switch back to infrastructure projects. Oh, that trade comes in at the perfect time every time. There might be months and months of drought in the commodity game, and that's where that could really stink. It's because you're not getting rid of this product, and there's no real way to regulate trade. Like, you can't say, I'll sell it for less, I just need to sell it, I just need the money. Like, it's not that comprehensive. It's not like a stock market. It's really, well, maybe it is. Maybe it is like a stock market. Like, this is the price, you're either going to buy it or you're going to sell it, and that's it. If this was more like an auction house, it might be cool, because then I could get rid of more stuff cheaper or what have you, but it might be kind of nice just to have that mechanic, but still, I'm happy with the trade mechanic here. No complaints, no complaints, no complaints. Bam, bam, bam. That's enough chemical plants for a while, happy with that. Bump up our grants. Nothing to sell. Sure, I'll buy ore for 2. 2's not a bad price for buying something. There's the Eclipse. I don't care. We just built 2 fresh power plants. Power. P-O-W-A. Power plants. Okay, and this is a month we're just going to have to sit on our thumbs. Not too bad, though. So, like I said, we're going to get a couple of turrets set up. I want to make sure we defend our investment. This is a heavy investment. I just hate it if we would lose any of this stuff just because I didn't defend it. One of my favorite phrases of all time, I believe, came from General Patton. P-A-T-T-O-N. General Patton. And he said, if you ever don't ever fight for the same land twice. And that phrase really means if you're going to go ahead and attack and take over territory, be prepared to defend it. You're going to lose so many assets going in and attacking an enemy, taking territory, establishing a base, and then losing it, and then have to fight for it again. Like, I mean, that's kind of the thing. So make sure if you have the resources, put forth a proper investment and make sure that you don't just lose the territory over stupid reasons, like you didn't want to invest the time or whatever. Fairly important lesson I've learned, and certainly something that's really carried on with a lot of the games I've played. Sell ore for 1, that would be stupid. I will sell tech for 6. Good, I'll take it. A few extra thousand. Oh, look at this. That's 600. Do the math. 60 at 10? That's worth it. That's paying back. I like it. 2 more turrets here, absolutely. This is where this becomes almost as important as our infrastructure when it comes to attack space. We're going to need fuel for more important things later on, especially spacecraft. That's going to be important. That's how our ships get off the frickin' ground. Really, you can't turn it into anything else. Once it comes out of the chemical plant, it's already fuel. Like, it's just fuel already. So there's no, like, post-processing after that. Ore is the only thing that has to be post-processed. So you get the ore out of the ground. You build an arms lab. The arms lab smelts it or manufactures, however it does it, from the raw ore into weapons, and then the weapons turn into tanks. So there's a couple of stages there, and I really like that. That's a nice comprehensive evolution without it getting too complicated. In my opinion, it makes good sense. So like I said, another turret there. Let's build one back a little ways. There we go. That we're not blocking. I don't think that's blocking anything. Even if it is, I'm not blowing up that turret. Nope, so good. Perfect. Good coverage so far. I want another idle turret up here just to have. Let's check our trade. See if Jolly Saint Nick has paid us a visit. See if we can get us some decent trade. Heck yes. Sell, sell, sell. Bam. Sell tech. Yes. Perfection. Buy ore at 1. Absolutely I will. This is kind of good. The market for ore has been pretty lousy. So I don't mind. Need more food. And air. And power. I need more of everything, actually. Residential can wait 1 more month. We're going to go back down to Power Town. Life support first. That takes longer than anything else. Or at least in this case. Where the crap is it? Is this it? Okay, cool. So, air support. We'll do 3 more hydroponics. Then next month we'll do power and residential. 1, 2, 3. And I want 2 stores. Another thing is important is when you're starting this game off, don't build a ton of hydroponics. And the reason for that is you don't have enough storage for it. And the bigger problem with that is not having enough storage is you're just going to start throwing out good product. Because if, let's say, all your farmers bring in your hydroponic gatherings or the harvest, fill your stocks full of food, where are you going to store your ore or your tech goods or anything else? And that stuff just gets thrown away. That's better managed here, and I didn't talk about it in this video, but by the keep percentage. So this way, if you're overproducing something, you can actually say, I only want to keep 50% of all the ore I make. Or whatever, if you're trying to make more weapons or tech, if you didn't build enough storage. So you can work around like that and still kind of compensate for overgrowth or, overdevelopment in that field. But either way, just being smart and building your structures the manner you should, in my opinion, makes that better anyway. Okay. Bump this up. Another power plant's going to tide us over for all of our new infrastructure and stuff. I don't want to sell any more food because we're actually losing food. We're actually at a deficit. Yeah, sell fuel. Oh my gosh, awesome. That'll give me 5 more residential facilities, and at the low birth rate, that's actually going to tide us over for a while. Nope. Yeah, okay. Like I said, don't want this stuff all on top of itself. That's where this gets bad. 1 meteor takes out a city block. I don't want it to kill all my people. I don't want to get... Okay, let me rephrase. I don't want to get hit by a meteor at all. At all. A-T-A-L-L, let's spell it out. At all, no thanks, no meteors. But if it does, I'm planning for the worst. Making sure that everything's broken out, separated, branching out as much as I can reasonably, that's the plan. Okay, our hydroponics and stores are online. We'll be making a profit next month. We'll also be making a profit on air, and that should be done pretty soon here. I want another industrial complex area. So actually, this might make more sense to put it over here by the fuel manufacturing facilities. So we're going to get a strip of factories, or these workshops. We're going to get a strip of security. And then maybe more residential. I'm not too sure where else we're going to go from here. A few more turrets, I'd say. Making further advances in pollution control. Fantastic. Now, we need to take a bigger step back and take a look at our quality of life. We're down to 21%. That's not great. I'm going to turn down the tax 2%. And let's see. Sell food. Yes, we're making a profit. Fantastic. We're going to set up 2 securities here, and then I'm also going to put a strip of residential here, and I think we also need a sports complex. Now let me explain the quality of life a little bit more. I don't think I have in this video. The way quality of life works is the main objective of this game is to hit pure euphoria utopia. The base definition for this game is the quality of life is 100%. Everyone's happy, everyone's fed, everyone has a job, that sort of a thing. People aren't threatened or in danger, but that's okay. I mean, that's what we want. We want that 100%. When it hits 10%, which is the lowest this game will go, people get, let's say, noticeably irritated. Crimes happen. Murders. There, thieves have been caught pilfering colony funds. That happens as the quality of life drops down. So just to make it abundantly clear how serious I am about that, we're going to jump up the tax rate, or drop the tax rate down to 15%. This is where this is starting to get dangerous. 22%, okay, I'm happy with that. So all the things people pay attention to really relate directly to that quality of life. Is there enough housing? Is there enough food? Are there enough jobs? Is there enough security? Thank you, long distance radar. Is there enough long distance radar? People want to know. Fantastic new invention, long-distance radar. Breakthrough in microwave technology means that all new radars have much greater range. Again, it's a situation where I have to blow up the buildings and rebuild them. It sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. That's not super important. What is important now is cha-ching. Okay. I'm happy with this little residential pile. Let's take a look at our advisors real quick. Good on food, good on air. I need more power, go figure. And how are we doing? Residential's great. We're going to leave it at low for a while. I'm happy with that. This area is going to get a few more turrets and more power. Oh, power's first. Go take a trip down to Power Town. Slap down a couple more generators. And that should bide us hopefully for a little longer? I don't even know. I missed it again, didn't I? Here we go. I always overshoot it. I don't know why. Anyway, we're going to burn down October, and I think that's going to call us an episode. So, if you're still on Twitch, stay tuned. YouTube, thank you for joining me for another episode of Utopia, Creation of a Nation. My name is John Megacycle, and I'll be back in a sec. Ah, thieves! Get out of my base! Alright, now we'll be right back.